What's up, everybody? A high-scoring edge-of-your-seat game was the Mavericks versus the Warriors. Didn't disappoint, honestly, as the Stars came out to play. What a game last night. Shit, look at that shot. It's nice. That should be an NDL, right? Somebody call up Eric Newkirk to let him know. An unrestricted free agent wants to sign. Anyway, welcome to episode 352 of 4 and 3 Sports Talk. Raheem Escalay here. I got scores, info, news, whatever you want to call it. Let's go. Tiger Woods makes it to PGA weekend with a 1 under, 69 overall. Not sure what he thinks is going to happen this weekend, but I'm praying for him. Will Zalatoris, he takes a one-shot lead, but Bubba Watson leads the group overall to 63. PGA Championship, yay. Red Sox Trevor Story smashes a grand slam as my boys win three in a row. Go Boston. Josh Rojas, 3 home runs. The team hit 7 of them all together. Was how he and the up-and-coming Arizona Diamondbacks beat the Chicago Cubs 10-6. Shout out to them for that win. That was beautiful. And Steph the Chef Curry's 32 points on 6 of 10 from behind the arc. Down the Mavs again, 126-117. Golden State leads the series 2-0. And finally, Westfield Tech baseball continues its dominance, beating the Springfield International Charter Bulldogs 11-0 for its 8th straight win. And we're going to talk more about them when we get to Western Mass Sports, but let's talk basketball last night. Golden State over Dallas 126-117. Luka's good, but he's not great. I agree with a lot of people who say he doesn't really play defense. He's a great shooter. He can score from anywhere, as a matter of fact. He has okay post-game, too, but he just doesn't play defense, and it unfortunately shows up a lot on tape. I mean, there's no way to hide it, honestly. Golden State leads series 2-0. Game 3 is going to be something. Anyway, NHL, Carolina Hurricanes over New York Rangers 2-0. Carolina leads the series 2-0. And that is it for hockey scores. Moving on to baseball. Let's see what I have here. The Mets and the Rockies was postponed, so was the White Sox and the Yankees, obviously, because of the weather. Milwaukee over Washington 7-0. Texas over Houston 3-0. Minnesota over Kansas City 6-4. Boston 7, Seattle 3. Cleveland 6, Detroit 1. Toronto 2, Cincinnati 1. Baltimore over Tampa Bay in 13 innings 8-6. Dodgers over the Phillies 4-1. And Atlanta over Miami 5-3. St. Louis over Pittsburgh 5-3. And Arizona over Chicago, like we talked in the beginning, 10-6. On to the WNBA, we got Washington over Atlanta 78-73. Connecticut over Indy 94-85. And that is it for WNBA scores. NCAA baseball, we got Virginia over Louisville 16-7. Virginia Tech over Duke 6-1. Tennessee, former number 1 team, 4. Mississippi State 3, and Oklahoma 9. Texas Tech 6. NCAA softball now. Wow. FSU 8, Howard nothing. Oklahoma 14, Prairie View A&M 0. Arkansas 11, Princeton nothing. Virginia Tech 4, SFPA 0, and Liberty 2, Georgia nothing. And that concludes all your collegiate and professional scores. So let's talk NFL's 32 and 32. Today I bring you the New York Giants. 2021 was a complete shit show for the G-Men. Anything that could go wrong did go wrong, and their 4-13 record didn't boast much success. Danny Dimes, draft bust Saquon Barkley, almost a draft bust. Okay, former GM's detail-oriented plan to successfully rebuild the offensive line. Nothing. None of that happened. Nothing came to fruition there. They fired head coach Joe Judge due to how poorly the team played, and so now we have a new regime in. Don't know much about Steve DeBoer or the Giants' new GM, but they had an alright draft, and things might actually be looking up. They didn't do anything about the quarterback, but then again, Baker Mayfield is still out there, so let's talk about their draft picks. pick, first round, 5th overall. Obviously, Kayvon Thibodeau's edge rusher out of Oregon, cornerstone guy to build your franchise around. Kayvon's bag of tricks are something sought after that he uses to rush the passer. And much to the delight of new defensive-minded head coach Dabo and his and the GM Joe Schoen, have effectively in this season so far drafted around Kayvon with their first-round pick. I think he will get to the quarterback early and often. I don't think that there are many right tackles that are going to be often facing him in the NFC East that can hold up against him. That's 6 games worth of production right there if you're going by divisional anyway. Yes, that's number 5. They picked again at number 7. They took Evan Neal out of Alabama. Right there, they pretty much won the draft. That's the offensive line, defensive line upgrade that I was talking about. Wanting another one of their NFC East foes to do. Evan Neal out of Alabama was really good. This was a great one to punch, honestly. Shored up both the lines. The pick was a no-brainer. Best offensive tackle in my eyes in 2021 coming into the draft. He'll play on the right side, and he has no real competition to speak of as far as him winning the starting job, opposite to the incumbent starter on the left side, Andrew Thomas. Second round, 43rd overall, Wanderlei Robinson, wide out of Kentucky. Didn't know much about him. Didn't have him in my top 10. He's an experienced football player, upon my research, who bounced around a lot and was somewhat underutilized at Nebraska before going to Kentucky. Wanderlei had an impressive 104 catches, 1,334 yards, 7 tuds. His great vision, nice soft hands, and maybe could be used as a running back for trick plays, little gadget stuff as well. He's going to contribute on special teams early, and I believe he'll crack that starting role at some point. Giants drafted Florida wideout last year. Why am I forgetting his name? Anyway, the guy, he's a speed guy. Hold on, let's I'll do you Giants fans justice. Let's see. Oh yeah, Kadarius Toney out of Florida. There you go. He spent most of the year hurt, but dude was really fast. Kind of reminded me of another Florida Gator, Percy Harvin. That's the way Kadarius Toney played in college anyway. So Wanderlei will play with him, try to get into that starting role, maybe the number 2 receiver for the Giants at some point, but he's obviously going to have to earn it through camp. In third round, 67th overall, Josh Zaidu, interchangeable offensive lineman out of the University of North Carolina. I think they got a steal here as well. Zaidu should have been drafted in the second round. Might have first round talent, but that might have been a little bit of a reach. But he plays both sides in the center position better than any of the interchangeable offensive linemen that I studied last year. Just the quick feet and the way his hands and everything is always in position when it comes to blocking. He's very fast, very athletic. So on those plays in the Shanahan run system, which most of the league has adopted already, the guard pulls a lot, and you need a guy with quick feet, kind of big, but also fast as well. And this is what you get here. He blocked for Denver's running back and the backup running back for the Jets. They had that two-headed monster back when those two were in North Carolina, and this guy was one of the reasons why that run style was so successful. Third round, 81st overall, Cordell Flott from LSU. It's a corner. I think that shores up what they needed at that position. This guy's a demon, speed demon. I think he needs to polish up the zone coverage. Often can get left on an island out there, especially in cover 3. You know what I mean? When you're kind of nervous, and you're thinking about the deep pass in the back of your head anyway. He's doing that a little too much. But yeah, great man cover. Great man cover guy. Instincts, physical, off the charts. Fourth round, 112th overall, Daniel Bollinger, tight end out of San Diego State Aztecs. Did not make my list. He was the number 15 guy. Basically, all it does with him is he's a blocker who situationally performed. And what I mean by that is when he was inserted in the goal line, he just did the little 5-yard out and boom, show the quarterback your numbers, and boom, catch the ball, touchdown. Most of the time, a matchup nightmare for linebackers or whoever would be covering them, coming out of the flat potentially. Dane Belton, the safety out of Iowa, 4th round, 114th overall. Don't know much about him. Micah McFadden, the linebacker out of Indiana, 5th round, 146th. They picked right after that DJ Davidson, defensive tackle out of Arizona State. Marcus McKeithen, interchangeable guard, also from the Tar Heels. Lands to them in the 5th round, 173rd overall. I like that pick as well. Didn't think he would drop that far, but sophomore coming out is what it is. Finally, they picked Darian Beavers, a linebacker out of Cincy, 6th round, 182 overall, and I think just about every Cincy defender had a great year last year. Their quarterback was 41-5 as a starter, so that's at least three straight seasons with 12 wins or more. But then again, the competition out there in the MAAC is questionable. And that is it for episode 352 of 413 Sports Talk. Please let me know what you think of my opinions and evaluation of the New York Giants in their rookie class. 48 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you for your continued support here on Facebook. Love you all. Wishing you nothing but health, wealth, and success. 353 comes at you tomorrow. The Giants suck. Go Pack, go.